Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, classic / non-classic. This is episode number 2831. Doubleshot number 2725. Okay, so two sci-fi related trades here. Well, two sci-fi characters here. First up, it's Green Lantern, The Road Back, which collects the first 8 issues of the Green Lantern Volume 3 series. You're thinking, Nick, why don't you start with Volume 2? Well, because I kind of already got a lot of issues for this volume already, so I figured, oh, why not? So, written by Joel Jones, artwork by Pat Broderick. Yeah, basically the stars these eight issues are Hal Jordan, Guy Gardner, and John Stewart. You're thinking, where's Kyle Rayner? Does not make his debut for a few years. So basically, Jordan is basically like, well, you see, for some reason this book, I'm not sure why in the world DC thought this was a good idea. So apparently, after his time in Action Comics, he apparently had white in his hair. This has never been explained. I don't really know why the artist thought it was a good idea. If I see Pat Broderick, I will ask about this. So, he's back, and basically he goes to see, we want to be in JLA, and then of course he meets with Batman, Blue Beetle, Fire Ice. He does join the JLI, but not the same team as Guy. Nope. He basically ends up joining just like Europe. And it was so funny, the guy basically gives him bunny ears, and then eventually, like, and then we see John Stewart, and of course you have Hal just walking about. He's older now. Yes, I am baffled by, like, because Pat Broderick's going to tell my comic, I'm going to ask him this question. Why did you put white in Hal Jordan's hair? Now you're probably thinking, okay, so is Kara Ferris in these issues? No, not really. So he gets a job at a farm. John basically is ranting, goes out basically flying, goes to Hal, basically works at a farm, obviously. Has a good time there. We have John looking in the ground for something. He basically finds a dead alien. I do enjoy the arc here by Pat Broderick. It's amazing. Yes. And then, like, he leaves the farm after being there for, like, I don't know, a day maybe. It's like he's basically hitchhiking. And apparently Hal Jordan, post-Action Comics, is broke. Yeah, he's broke. But we got to issue number 2. By the way, these issues came out in 1990. That's when they brought back the series after a few years. Yep. Then he goes on a boat. Guy does his own thing here. I do gotta admit, basically, balancing 3. Also, Hal has got a 5 o'clock shadow. Don't know the reason why he has one. And then you have John Stewart reading out book Gambit. Yes. Yeah, we have a guy who's flying here. It's interesting stuff going on here. I have heard my friend Andrew Carter, he actually reviewed this storyline years ago. He described it as boring. Yes. He does other stuff nowadays. He has a new comic he doesn't have much time for anyways. He is married. He's got a couple kids. He at one point was the manager at Enterprise of Massachusetts. But then he got let go because of COVID. Yep. Those of you curious, have I met Andrew Carter? I've never met him in person per se, but I've only spoken to him via like chat. I do consider him a friend because I'm friends on Facebook. Oh yeah, and then we have issue 4. I love the fact that, thank you, Pat Broderick, for doing this. Hal punches Guy. Thank you, Pat, for this. It's like, yes. It's like, okay, let's have Hal punch guy after Batman punched him in JOI. Yes. Yeah, you have Hal just doing his own thing. Of course, Guy's still being a jerk. Because the best way to describe the first three Green Lantern is that Guy is a jerk, Hal Jordan's an idiot, and John is the smart one. So they have a fight between Guy and Hal, which Hal wins because he's a veteran. And then the sheriff proceeds to arrest him for fighting. And apparently someone stole their rings, and then we have like a city being taken. Yes. Yeah, and they apparently don't know how to use it, and the rings are haywire. Eventually do get the rings back. And then like Hal's of his own, and Guy's like, what the heck do I do now? And that was issue 3. I remember him mentioning that when he was in college, he was before getting these trades. No problem. He had a good collection of them. I wasn't as big as mine. Mine's bigger. And he basically did Green Lantern on his channel for a while, usually new stuff. After some point, he just stopped doing videos. He does mostly shorts nowadays. I'm not sure why he just does. I do gotta admit, he does have a pretty wife. I have seen my videos, very lovely woman. Lucky for him, though. I don't have a girlfriend. Moving on. Now, the whole thing with this book here is that it's almost like in the case of John. It's like, is this issue a setup for Mosaic? I don't think so, no. There is a later issue that does set up, but I would say that maybe Joe Jones is planting seeds for that book, possibly. I mean, Guy gets a book after this. Actually, at the same time as this. And recharges his battery. But reading these issues, I mean, aside from the fantastic artwork by Pat Broderick, it just seems as though, like, not a lot happens. And then we have Hal going back to Oa. Probably at this point, first time he's been back there since issue 200. Of the previous volume. That's where the last name was there, maybe. Yeah. So, he goes visit the farm again and meets up with some. And of course, we have aliens there. How does the whole thing? Of course, John is being driven insane by Ganthet. Yes, Ganthet is slowly driving John Stewart insane. You have Hal fight an alien. Then meet up with the kid again. It seems like Hal is happy. He's sleeping on the couch, and then he's woken up by Guy Gardner. Actually, he sends a message to the guy to meet up someplace. Yeah. Moving on to issue 6. Captives of a Mad God. Yes, so Guy gets dragged into the John Stewart storyline. Yep. Yeah, building a town. Yeah, I do kind of think basically these issues are kind of set up for that spinoff. It's like, was Gerald Jones separate to basically give John Stewart a solo book? Yes. I did mention somebody like, okay, how is taking a book before? He's like, so this whole time in the book, he's like, don't stick around to Mosaic. Maybe he hated the book. I don't know the reason. Gerald Jones wrote the book anyways. It's like, yeah, let's do some bizarre stuff in the opening 8 issues of the book. And apparently for a little while, the book was not selling. Yeah, then of course, I think it's Ganth. I'm not sure who it could be. Krora. Yeah, I think it's Krora. Or like these alien people, him trying to eat them. It's a bizarre storyline. Like, my gosh, it's so bizarre. Eventually, he's like going like big. He's insane. I hate when the thing does that. Yes. They do wrap this up real quickly, with him going back to the Guardians so they can handle him. And that's it. That's the opening 8 issues. Arc is fantastic. It's a very slow book. Yes, it has a slow start to it. Give it roughly an 8 out of 10. I'm only giving it 8 because the story was bizarre, to say the least. Okay, we're going to a much better book here. We have Supergirl. The entire first volume of the book. Yep. Supergirl's very first solo book. I'm not discussing her Time Adventure comics, like I'm later. So, for the first 7 issues of this book, Santana had a backup feature in the book. Yes. So, Carrie Bates wrote this book. Yes. Where, this is the cover of the opening issue. Look up Supergirl on Wikipedia. This is the cover you'll find. Yep. So, basically, Supergirl, you think, is she Metropolis in these issues? Now, Volume 2, she's in Chicago. She's not in Majorsfield. Nope. She just... It's like, basically, this opening issue is like... It's like her doing stuff of her own. Fighting crime. Excuse me. Say people. My only guess is the reason why they gave her a solo book. This came back in the 70s, mind you. Probably because probably this movie. And then we have the Becca feature for Santana, which is written by... Okay, the writers of this book are interesting. It's Len Wein and Marv Wolfman. Interesting. And we have Santana in her... basically her classic costume. The one who... I think it was Kurt Swan who designed this costume. I think it was. Whoever created her for Hawkman 4. So her whole feature is basically her adventures, which leads to issue 7, which her has teamed up with Supergirl, and then she leaves the book. In the last 2 issues, Supergirl on her own, doing her own adventures. Doesn't find major bad guys per se, but it is an enjoyable book for what it is. And that's pretty much 10 issues in a nutshell. I'm going to give these 10 issues here roughly a 8.5 out of 10. I gotta say, it's a much better read than Green Lantern. Not as bizarre, but just not a lot of stuff happens. I could see reading this book. Why book an axe in 10 issues? It just probably didn't grab attention reader. I have heard this book was canceled due to low sales. That's the reason I've heard anyways. So, the next time I talk about Supergirl will be Volume 3. Interesting. Yes, except it won't be this Supergirl. Oh no. I've already discussed Volume 2 already. Believe it, Volume 2 is in trade, believe it or not. Of course, they released that as a promotion for the Supergirl TV show, which I have reviewed already. So yeah, first 2 volumes, all done. Now it's in the Volume 3. Thinking, wow, on Volume 3 already. How long is Volume 3? 4 issues. And then it's Volume 4, which has been there for a little bit longer, let's say Volume 5. Volume 5 is going to be probably one of the quickest books to go through. Yep. So yeah, that's it particular review. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do the dislike button. I'm going to do a stream in a bit, so I'm going to rest my voice and wait for that stream. We're going to talk about the October's list, my friend Jay Heat. We're going to talk about these ones, especially since we have books having brand new writers. Yes, I know. Here's the thing. I'm actually behind on reading new comics. Yes, so I figured though, if I'm not going to work tomorrow, I'm going to get these comics done. I'm going to try to anyways, okay? But until you see my next video, bye.